today's message. Now, today's message is actually a quote that I shared over on my LinkedIn. Guys, you want to follow me on LinkedIn? Details down below. Check this out. 20 minutes of doing something is more valuable than 20 hours of thinking about doing something. Guys, how many of you out there say, I think I'm going to do some investing today, or look into an opportunity, or I think I'm going to maybe go for a walk, or I think I'm going to meditate, but you end up not doing it. Guys, just to get out of that mode, you have to force yourself to get up and do it until it's routine. Consistency. Welcome back, all my free thinkers, to another episode of Grow Rich, Grow Happy, that place where we follow the breadcrumbs of wealth. And real quick, guys, I told you a little bit under the weather this week, but I'm still here. But I want to add something to the list. Your boy is injured. Yes. My family and we've taken up rock climbing. And before you think I'm climbing Everest and all of that, no, we've actually joined a rock climbing gym where there's walls everywhere that you actually scale. And let me tell you, that's the most intense workout that your boy has had in a long time, and I'm no stranger to working out. Woo! So much so I sprained my hand. But wham, right? I am still here to drop some more knowledge, guys. And the point I'm trying to make is I can barely lift my hand, really, or move it, but I'm still going to consistently bring you these gems. And what gem is there better to talk about right now than Zebec? Guys, they're doing it again, and dare I say, this particular video might actually outdo yesterday's video that I brought you on Zebec, because guys, they've dropped some major crumbs, and it's just showing me and you guys that if this is a gem that you hold, oh my God, then this is the gem to behold. Also in this video, catch it at the end. Stay with me to the end. I am going to be talking to you guys about how many Zebec tokens you should be holding. Now, the reason I'm going to talk about that a little bit is because a lot of people keep dropping that question down below in the comments. So I do want to help out with that. Guys, this is your first time here to Grow Rich, Grow Happy. My name is Mr. Foresight, and I'm here for the community. I am here to help you change your focus and your mindset. So if you change your mindset, your focus will follow. We examine cryptocurrencies, guys, that make a difference in people's lives and going to make a difference in your bank account. We don't talk about a lot of tokens that are just here for a moment, just taking up space. If this sounds like a channel for you, then we'd love to have you. Come as you are. But do me a favor, smash that like button, give me a sub, hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any of these videos. And while you're at it, pick you up a cold storage wallet. Guys, on this channel, I only deal with Tangem. Tangem is how I self-custody all of my valuable crypto, guys. And you should too. Just ask the community. I got a 10% discount down below for you. That is yours. And that 10% does go to support all of the work we do behind the scenes with research, and it's a lot of stuff. And it does support the channel. So I appreciate all of you who are always snatching up those cards. And I really hope you are putting them to good use. All right, guys, let's talk now. So Zebec, we're going to jump right over here to my X account. Make sure you follow me over on X, guys. But check this out, guys. So I posted this today. I reshared it. And this is actually back from July 22nd. I covered this in detail back then. But it's worth re-mentioning that this is coming up. September 29th to the 2nd of October, we got the Sibos event happening over in Frankfurt, Germany, guys. And Zebec will be exhibiting its next generation global payment and card solution along industry leaders like Circle. We are ready to connect the future. Guys, this is a big deal because this is put on by Swift. And Swift is the banking network that all of the banks pretty much use to send secure messaging over to cross-border payments. So this is great because when you got crypto companies that are going to this event where you're going to have large banking CEOs and whatnots there, major players, I'm pretty sure XRP or Ripple, they're going to be there as well as other big players. This is big because it shows that the regular world is taking crypto serious. And not only that, you have Zebec that's going to be there, who is really tackling a real world problem that we have and they're really updating things by getting people paid around the clock. Guys, this is groundbreaking. And you remember Swift also covered them because one of their big guys or whatever said that something about XRP being a dead chain, yet they admitted that they are testing HBAR and XRP for cross-border payments. You know, a lot of the XRP community is waiting for and hoping that XRP is one of the ones that is chosen to be integrated into that system. So this is just a great event for Zebec to be at. It's more exposure. It's putting them, it's connecting those dots for us that are in early on this groundbreaking technology and this ZBCN token. So I love it. It's great. It just makes us more valuable. So we're going to continue. This is a thing I really want to talk about, guys. Damn. And I even shared this morning. I said, damn, slow down, Zebec, because I can hardly keep up with these groundbreaking partnerships. I can hardly keep up with them. Every time I look around, I'm bringing you something new. And now Zebec Network has partnered with Payroll. And you guys are like, okay, who is Payroll? And I told you when this kind of stuff come out, you want to make sure that you research it. So I looked into it a little bit for you guys. That's what I do. And we're going to jump over here because I want to show you something. As we jump over here, this is Payroll. Now, this is a big time. This company is big time because look what they do. The fastest way to fund your payroll. I'm about to tell you what this really means, though. The fastest way to fund your payroll. Payroll is how everyday businesses and growing startups like yours makes payroll on time every time. Why is this important? Excuse me, guys. This is important because Zebec is really taking care of they're tying up loose ends. That's what I should have called this video, tying up loose ends. So we already know that Zebec is groundbreaking for employees who are used to waiting to get paid. Now, it's no secret that for eons, people getting paid, sometimes your paycheck has to clear in the bank, where Zebec is putting a stop to all of that with stable coins, where people can get paid around the clock, 7 days a week. You can't beat that because, again, bills need to be paid. But what about these small businesses, small to mid-sized businesses that got to make that payroll? Because regardless, if you got people who are working for you, that payroll has to hit on time. Else a lot of these people are not going to be able to get their money. But we know, and if you've ever owned a small business, I've owned small businesses, and I've had people I had to pay. A lot of times, if your business is small and things don't work out like you thought it was, you're gonna have problems paying. Now, I read a book by Trump decades, that's like, I want to say probably a decade ago, and it was an older book, but one thing he said, even when he was going through financial troubles, he always made sure that his employees were paid, even though he was having a hard time. That's commitment, guys. And that's how you end up making it. You take care of your people first, because these are the people that are taking care of you. They're coming to work and they're working for your company. Well, a lot of mid to or small to mid-sized companies have that problem, although you can't see it behind the scenes. What are they going to do? Well, with this particular company, they can fund them. They can give them an advance on their next payroll by paying them up to, like, I believe it's up to $500,000 and almost like a credit line, and they can pay that back. Well, why is this important? Because Zebec is now getting in the mix on that with through their pay bridge. Guys, this is amazing because it ties up loose ends, and now you got these small mom and pop businesses that are now catching up with the times and being modernized. They get to tie in Zebec. They get to what is it? Take a loan in a sense to make sure that they people are paid. And guess what? You don't really need the best of credit, because if you've owned a business, a lot of time your credit takes a hit. What do they say? Most businesses go belly up within 2 to 3 years. I believe that's right. And it's almost like a death sentence. So now when you got people that are doing these jobs you can't do, and you may not have the best credit, they're not looking at that. They're looking at how many years and this is payroll. They're looking at how many years you've been in business and how much revenue are you generating. And based on that, they're going to give you the money, and they're not caring about your credit. I think this is great. It ties up the loose ends, because what's the use of having employees being able to get their pay around the clock when the business that they're working for doesn't even have the money to pay them sometimes? So this ensures that their paycheck comes on time every time, and Zebec is linked up with that. Guys, this is amazing, and this shows that these guys are not playing around, guys. They're not playing around. They're doing that grunge work. They're down in the trenches, making sure before they really blow up. Could happen at Sibos, who knows, because they're taking notice to them. They're making damn sure that there's no loose ends. None at all. I love it. And what I love even more, guys, because we jump over here and look at that price right there. We're still good. A lot of people gonna miss this, guys. A lot of people gonna miss this. So again, this is Friday. We're gonna round it up. Find out how much is $100. I know some of you guys got paid. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not saying spend your paycheck, but we're gonna do 100 because some of you are big ballers today. Look at that, 23,000, still like yesterday, guys. That's great. Now I want to jump over here because the last thing I want to talk about is how many Zebec tokens should you hold? And that's a loaded question. I even told somebody that in another previous video. So how many should you hold? I've seen things down there where people say I have 200K Zebec tokens, or I have 100K Zebec tokens, or I have 1 million. I have so many. So it all depends on your budget, guys. But this is the way I look at it. And I got some things that's coming up for you guys that's going to really help you with this. But it depends on your budget. Never put more in than you're willing to lose. I don't care how great something sounds. Make sure you stay diversified. So when you buy, if you got 100K tokens, you want to do the math on that and say, well, if Zebec hit a penny, how much money am I going to actually get out of this? If Zebec hits 5 cents, how much am I going to get out of this? I had one gentleman that was down below in the comments that said, I'm just holding my tokens. I have like 100 or 200,000 tokens, and I'm just holding on to it until this thing, to see if this thing reaches $1. And I think it's going to reach $1? Hell yeah, I think it's going to reach $1. Some people believe it's going to reach $1 this particular bull cycle because this is his first actual altcoin season that's ever been through. And I'm feel like being a moon boy today. So I'm looking at some of these loose ends that they're tying up. Do I think it can hit $1 this time? I'm not going to put a ceiling on it. So damn right. I think with the right run, and it's going to have to be a major run, guys, for this thing to hit $1, but it can happen. So anybody telling you it can't happen, don't really pay attention to it. They're looking at charts, just charts. Look at history. Look at history and look at what some groundbreaking news can do. You seen what just the rumor XRP did to Zebec, how fast it was going up. I think that take that times like 100 or 200x. Do I think it can happen? Yes, but it's going to take a lot. But again, when you buy, you got to ask yourself, am I putting this in for long term or short term? Meaning, can you spare to lose this money if it does tank, or not even if it tanks, but are you willing to, if you only got 100K tokens, how long are you willing to wait? Can you put it in there and say, I'm not going to touch it until it reaches maybe 10 cents, maybe 20 cents, or maybe $1? But my advice to you is just always tread lightly on anything, but diversify. But if you can spare, I mean, if you one of them people that go out and drink a lot on weekends and different things, those are things you want to scale back on. Maybe put $20 in, maybe put $50 in. Have a number in your head of how many you want to get, depending on price. Depending on price, for some tokens, I say maybe I want 100,000, depending on the price. Or if it's really low, I think Zebec is low, I might want 1 million. But it just depends on your financial situation and your risk tolerance. I hope that helps the community. To next one, guys, this is your boy. Hope I get better. Hope I heal. To next one, I'm out.